Newspaper Review, Saturday, 13th of May 2015. Let's look at the headlines of today's newspapers. Very first, Daily Mirror. Ex-CJ's son slams Namal. Namal and Shavin clash on Facebook. Shavin Bandaranayake, son of former Chief Justice Shirani Bandaranayake, has questioned MP Namal Rajapaksa's moral stand, asking the MP if he understood how he had felt when his family was being arrested. Mr. Bandaranayake said this in response to a status posted by Namal Rajapaksa on his official Facebook page, in which he pleads for his mother and brothers to be left alone. Posting a response that went viral, Mr. Bandaranayake asked how he would have felt when his parents were summoned to the bribery commission. My family was condemned, vilified and arrested during the past 2.5 years, Mr. Bandaranayake's response said. The former CJ was impeached by the previous regime under controversial circumstances, sparking severe criticism both locally and internationally. Next headline, dissolve parliament immediately. UNP General Secretary Kabir Nasim strongly urges President. Kirilla says 28, not possible. The United National Party, the main constituent of the Yahapalaniya government, yesterday strongly urged the President Maithripala Sirisena to dissolve the parliament immediately and hold the general election. UNP General Secretary Kabir Nasim told the media that holding a general election is a must, in keeping with the mandate given by the people at January 8 presidential election. Next headline, political influence blocking corruption props. JVP. Don't expect any more arrest of those alleged to have committed acts of corruption or any more political reforms from this government, the Janata Vimukti Peramuna said on Thursday. JVP leader Anura Kumara Disanayake, who addressed a public seminar in Tangal, said no one else would be arrested because such arrests were being blocked by political interference. He blamed the president's situation on both the United National Party and Sri Lankan Freedom Party. Next headline, no agreement on electoral reforms by UPFA allies. Dinesh. Mahajana Exat Peramuna leaders Dinesh Gunawardena said yesterday that no agreement had been reached among the constituent parties of the United People Freedom Alliance on the proposed electoral reforms, thought it had been claimed otherwise in various quarters. Next headline, Army Lieutenant sentenced to death. A Sri Lanka Army Lieutenant who was indicted on charges of murdering an Army captain was found guilty and sentenced to death by Jaffna High Court Judge Anaga Sivabada Sundaram on Thursday. Next headline, police to appeal on Kottagetana case. In an apparent bid to defuse potential future public unrest in the wake of Thursday commotion in Kahawatha following the Colombo High Court verdict on the Kottagetana double murder suspect, police said it would file an appeal in the coming days. 5 new UPFA ministers. 5 UPFA MPs were sworn in by President Maithripala Sirisena to fill the vacancies created by last week's resignation of 4 ministers. MP Lakshman Yapa Abeyewardena was appointed Minister of Parliamentary Affairs. MP Bandhu Bandaranayake as State Minister of Public Administration and Democratic Governance. MP Ranjit Siambala Pitti as State Minister of Environment. MP Hemal Gunasekara as State Minister of Samruddhi and Housing. And Chandrasri Suryaarachi as Deputy Minister of Lands. That's headlines of Daily Mirror newspapers. Next, move to Daily News. President Maithripala Sirisena said that he has already instructed the relevant authorities to reopen files relating to the abductions and assassinations of journalists during the past few years. Impartial, methodical and justifiable investigation will be carried out into the abductions of journalists, since the government strongly believes that the rule of law should be protected. Accordingly, investigation will be carried out promptly and recommends into all suppressed misconducts, the president said. The president made these remarks while handing over a cash grant to Sandeli Eknaligoda, wife of missing journalist Prageet Eknaligoda, at the Sri Lanka Bar Association auditorium yesterday. Next headline, JHU condemns SLMC's objection to 20A. The Jatika Hela Urimaya yesterday condemned the SLMC's objection to the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. Addressing the media at the JHU party office yesterday, JHU National Organizer Nishanta Srivarna Singh said that the SLMC is raising objections to the 20th Amendment, claiming that it would be unfair to the minority political parties. The SLMC has not yet revealed the reasons as to why they claim that the 20th Amendment is unfair to the minority political parties. Next headline, local bond abduction carried out in transparent manner, CB Governor. The local bond auction was carried out in transparent manner. It sends positive signals to the business community around the world to invest in Sri Lanka. Central Bank Governor Arjuna Mahindran said. Next headline, ex-CJ's son slams Namal. Shavin Bandaranaike, son of former Chief Justice Rani Bandaranaike, questioned MP Namal Rajapaksa's statement over summons issued on her mother by the FCID, drawing parallels with the way the former government treated his mother. Bandaranaike, posting a comment on the parliamentarian status update on Facebook, asked Rajapaksa if he understood how he felt when my family was condemned, vilified and harassment during the past 2.5 years. Next headline, Speaker of Parliament Chamal Rajapaksa made all arrangements to convene Parliament on Wednesday, June 3rd, status a media release issued by the Government Information Department. Next, more to Ceylon today. If no faith on PM mode, UNP support to 20A hangs in the balance. If the no confidence motion against Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe is moved in Parliament, the United National Party will not back the 20th Amendment to the Constitution, political sources said. The 20th Amendment to the Constitution is set to be taken up shortly in Parliament soon after Cabinet gives its approval for the draft bill. The bill needs a 2/3 majority vote in Parliament for it to become law. A group of UNP parliamentarians have planned to ask opposition members in the Parliament whether it is ethical to seek their support for the 20th A Amendment to the Constitution, even after the opposition tables a no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. Next headline, President rejects Mahinda for PM appeal. MR charting new political course. President Maithripala Sirisena has, according to reliable political sources, rejected a request made by several pro-Mahinda United People's Freedom Alliance members to award official nomination to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa to seek election to Parliament as the Prime Minister at the forthcoming general election. President Sirisena had rejected this request that had been once again made at a discussion between the President and 14 UPFA members yesterday. Next headline, President fills vacancies. 1 minister, 2 state ministers, 1 deputy sworn in. Filling vacancies created by resignation of SLFP ministers last week, President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday appointed Minister Lakshman Yapa Abeyewardene as the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Bandhu Bandaranaike as the State Minister of Public Administration and Democratic Governance, Ranjit Siambalapiti as the State Minister for Environment, Hemal Gunasekara as the State Minister of Housing and Samurdhi, and Chandrasri Suryarachi as the Deputy Minister of Lands. Next headline, pivotal JVP rally in Nugegoda. The Janata Vimukti Peramuna has planned a massive rally on 5th June in Nugegoda under the slogan of "Onto our new journey now." The 100-day agenda is over. The entire political leadership of the JVP is expected to attend the rally that is scheduled to begin at 3:30 p.m. at the Ananda Samarakon Open Air Theatre in Nugegoda. Next headline, glyphosate release. Custom says covered by import license. The Sri Lanka Custom yesterday denied as totally false the media statement made by former Agriculture Minister Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardene, alleging the illegal release of 15 containers of the pesticide glyphosate to the importer. That's headlines of today's newspapers. We'll meet tomorrow with more headlines. Until then, log on with Athavan News.